I never realized just how badly I needed the Sony Remote Commander until I got it. This allows you to activate the shutter on your camera, start recording, turn autofocus on. You can even activate the C1 button on your camera, and you can zoom in and out using this remote as well. On the side of the remote, we have the movie or still switch, and we have the zoom or focus. Movie and still just changes if the shutter button activates shutter or starts recording video. Zoom and focus changes what the plus and minus buttons do. So usually I just leave it on zoom and I have it set to control clear image zoom. But on a power zoom lens, it can also control the zoom on the lens. And then the focus buttons only work on selected lenses. On the side of the remote, we also get a lock switch. So if you don't want this remote to be able to do anything, all you have to do is lock it. Then on the back, we find the battery door. This remote is not rechargeable, but it does just have a simple CR2032 battery. I also love that the light is red on the top when you're recording, so you know that your camera is recording even if you can't directly see it. A couple other cool things about this remote. I find that it's really great for starting and stopping recording, especially when the camera is farther than an arm's reach away from you. I also really like using this in photo mode because every time you hit the shutter button, it does activate autofocus. So this is really great for taking self-portraits. You can also use it in bulb mode on your camera, so when you hold the shutter button, that'll control just how long the shutter stays open, and then when you let go of the button, it'll go ahead and close the shutter. So really nice not to introduce any shake into your camera while using this remote. It's super easy to pair the Remote Commander. All you have to do is go to Menu and then go down to the Network tab or the green tab. Scroll down to Bluetooth and then go to Pairing. Then just take the remote and press and hold the shutter button and the plus button at the same time and hold until your light starts to flash red. Once the light starts to flash red, you can release and it should pop up on your screen to pair with the device. Press OK and it'll confirm when it's paired. Now you can use this to start and stop the recording on your camera when you're in movie mode, or you can also change it to still mode as well. You do need to be careful when you have Bluetooth mode on your camera because it won't shut off automatically. You have to use the off on switch, so if you're not careful, you can completely drain the battery on your camera when you use this remote. This remote has about a 16-foot range, which isn't amazing, but for most people, it's going to be just fine just to allow you to start and stop your camera without pressing any buttons on it. One con of this remote is it can only be paired to one camera at a time. So I have my overhead camera right here, and then in front of me, I have my FX30 shooting video. It's currently paired to my FX30, so I can't use this to start and stop both the cameras at the same time. I would need a second remote if I wanted to be able to control both of them at once. These are kind of pricey, but they work really well, so I definitely recommend picking up the Sony Remote Commander for any Sony camera that has Bluetooth built in. If you're interested in buying a Sony Remote Commander, I do have links in the description below. If you have any other questions about this remote, leave a comment down below. I'll do my best to answer them.